Coach Fro from RocioFlores.com, and today's topic is how do I choose a shake? So this is a really important topic because you're probably already thinking, what does she mean by a shake? So I want to give you guys 3 points to think about. Before I do that, I just want to ask you guys to subscribe. That way you can get my monthly newsletter every month, and there I share, all of the posts that I've done throughout the month and just a little bit about what's going on with me, and then I give you guys a little bit to kind of homework that you can work on throughout the month. So why or how do I choose a shake? So the first point I want to think of is, why am I taking the shake? So you've probably seen that pretty much any marketing for any kind of shake makes you feel like you need it. Like you need to have it because it's going to change your life. But they're all marketing for very different reasons. And a lot of the times we forget that because to us, we're looking at it for our reason. And so, for example, let's start off with somebody who doesn't even know what I'm referring to. Somebody who doesn't live in the world of health sees the word shake and they may think of a milkshake. Now, we think of a milkshake and we don't really think of it as being healthy. So when somebody tries to sell them shake and they're not really thinking about trying to be healthy, what are they going to do? What is their question for why they're going to take that? Well, maybe they're thinking of, is this going to taste good and I can make my own milkshake at home? So you have to think about what the reason is that you want to take the shake and what the reason is that they're selling the shake. So there's many reasons. For example, a lot of them are just meal replacements. And so the purpose of that is if you need a way to get an extra meal throughout the day that you just, you can't get regular food in. If it's for weight loss, you have to think about whether it's actually going to work as part of a plan to help you lose weight. If it's a protein shake, are you trying to increase your protein for muscle synthesis? Are you looking for a specific type of protein? There's lots of little questions to think in that section. Are you just looking for an extra snack throughout the day? You just can't fit a snack in, you just need a shake. And is it an issue of just you're a little bit too hungry throughout the day, or you're having a ton of cravings, so you're looking for an alternative? So those are usually the reasons that shakes are sold. So the next point to think about is, what are the macros and the ingredients in the shake? So there are some that are going to be just protein. So look at how much protein they have, how many carbs they have, how much fat they have, because a lot of them are marketed as just protein but have a ton of other things added to them. Some of them are marketed as protein, but they're really more of a supplement shake that has a ton of vitamins and minerals. Some of them are just marketed as shakes, and you assume that they have protein, but you look at the back and they don't have any protein or even other nutrients. So there's a specific company out there that I'm not very pro about, and they sell a hell of a lot of shakes, and none of them are in any way nutritious. They're supplement shakes. The shakes have things like aloe vera and other superfoods, but they don't have any nutrients that would actually fulfill you enough, throughout the day for you to use as a meal replacement or for weight loss. So people lose weight because they're not taking in nutrition. So that's something to think about. You have to understand, what you need throughout your day in order to hit that goal. So let's think of it this way. If you're just looking for a meal replacement, what meal are you replacing? Are you replacing your breakfast, lunch, dinner, or a snack? A snack is going to be much lower, probably half the calories as a meal. If it's a meal, you want to make sure that you have enough protein to get you through the day so that you're not feeling really hungry. Because you can get a high carb, so like a milkshake, that's going to be a really high carb, high fat shake. And you can get that at McDonald's. It's not going to fill you. You're not going to feel great throughout the day. It's not going to fulfill its role as a meal. It will taste good though. So if you're looking just for something that tastes good but is convenient, then go for something that has high sugar. If you're not really worried about the sugar intake, then it won't really matter, because if it's just about convenience of having something that you can make at home versus having to go to the store, then might as well just look for taste. If you're looking for weight loss, are you on a plan and are you trying to eat healthy? Because you want to understand that it doesn't matter how much you spend on these fancy shakes. If you're not eating healthy and you're not getting in vegetables and you're not getting a good amount of protein, your body's, you'll either lose weight in an unhealthy way and gain it back, or you won't lose weight. So you have to think about those things. The next part is, if you're just looking for hunger or for cravings, the macros on that might be different. The nutrients that's in there are different. So what's really good for hunger is something that has that's high in fiber, because that's going to fill you up. It's going to swell inside your belly and it's going to make you feel full. Protein is good for making sure that you stay satisfied for a longer period of time. If you're looking more for something that's a craving, then maybe you want something that has a fancy flavor. If you're looking for something that's going to give you maybe some energy, something that has vitamins in it. So you want to really look at the ingredient list and look at the entire nutrition facts. What does it have? Does it have anything that's bad too? You want to think about that. Then the third point is a combination of the convenience of it. So like the taste, the price, and how easily it is to get it. So you can walk out into Walmart right now and go buy a protein shake. It's going to be way easier. Sorry about the camera. It's going to be way easier than ordering something online. It's going to probably be cheaper than ordering something online. But it may not have the things that you want. It may not taste as great as you want. There are some products that are great. I mean, there was this one shake with the company I was with that was, what it did, what it had was amazing. But it tasted horrible. I hated it. I couldn't get it down. It made me want to throw up the moment that I made it. Like the smell of it. Ugh, I hated it so much. So I didn't care how good it was. I couldn't keep it down. So if you can't keep it down, it's not going to matter how great of a shake it is, because you're just going to waste your money. And money's the next point. If you can't afford it and you can only have one, like they want you to have one a day, but that's just too expensive, you're just not going to have it because you're going to be afraid, or you're going to try to have half of it and you're not going to get the full benefit, or you're only going to have it every other day, or you only use it for a month and then you can't afford it, so you're not going to buy it again. So you really have to think about it, because sometimes some of these shakes are expensive, like $5 a piece, and that for some people is really cheap. And you have to think about how they market it to you, because they're going to give you that whole speech about, well, if you buy a coffee a day, you're just replacing the same amount of money. I know most of y'all aren't buying cups of coffee every single day that are expensive $5 cups of coffee. Some of you are, and if you are, great. Go ahead and buy whatever you want because you can afford it. But I know not everyone can. So think about the price, and sometimes you can take a shake that's a meal replacement, cut it in half, make two, and have two snacks, and have a regular meal. So you can also add things to it to make it fuller. So if it's a protein shake but you want to cut it in half, still get some of the benefits of like the supplements that's in it. Add Greek yogurt, add some fruit, add some veggies, and that way you have it lasts longer. So before I let you go, I want to go over some of the pitfalls that you can fall into when choosing a shake. The first one is under nutrition. I don't want to share the company that I'm talking about because I just don't want to talk crap about them, but there's a company out there that sells shakes on the premise of weight loss, and they're not nutritious enough to genuinely keep a person healthy long term. You'll lose weight, but it most likely is because you're just not getting a lot of calories and your body has to lose weight. Usually when that happens, you're eating at your muscle tissue. Now, to a lot of people that doesn't sound like a big issue because they may not really care about muscle. Your heart is muscle. And when you're not getting the right nutrients, you can literally hurt yourself. So it's really important that just because it comes in shake form and somebody says you can lose weight with it doesn't mean that it's healthy. Make sure that you check and make sure that it has adequate macronutrients. And then you can look at the micronutrients like vitamins and minerals and whatever superfoods they add. But make sure that the macronutrients are the right stuff for you. Another issue that you don't want to fall into is not getting real food in. Some people, specifically that same company, they want you to have shakes most of your meals. So how are you supposed to learn how to eat healthy when you're not taking a shake? And I get that complaint a lot from people who are with companies that make them take mostly shakes, because so what are you supposed to do? Like, now that I can't get the shake because I went on vacation and I couldn't take it with me, or I had an emergency and I'm at the hospital, what am I supposed to eat? People never learn how to eat healthy because they weren't taught that, because they're told that the shake's enough. That's not okay. You also have to be really, really, really wary of fake claims. And if you find that a company's making claims that you're pretty sure is wrong, you can report it, and you should, especially if it's a new company, because usually they've been getting away with it, but nobody has said anything, and they can get shut down. But there are big companies, they're legit companies, and they're still making claims that they can't truly sustain, and it's not so much as a lie as it is a legal loophole where they can say it as long as they give this disclaimer. And that's the problem with supplements in the US, is that they're not controlled by the Drug Administration, so they can put out anything they want. So be wary of anything that tells you that, oh my god, this will fix your life, and this will make you lose weight, and this will make you beautiful, and this will make you perfect, and life will be amazing, because nothing works that way except God. But another thing is also the pitfall of the money part. It's really easy when somebody's doing really good marketing and really pushing a product and really making you feel like not choosing that product is somehow like this moral fault of yours. Like you're choosing to be unhealthy by not using their freaking expensive product. And that might make you shell out a bunch of money. And there's people who lose a ton of money and they don't see any change. And that's so unfair. And it's not okay. It's not right. So make sure that, you think about those things before you choose it. If you have questions, let me know. I can answer them for you. I'm not going to charge you for answering those questions. I can also just lead you to where I find the questions and where I find the answers, so that way you have a better understanding. Or if you're trying to share it with somebody who's trying to push something to you, you can be like, tell me, is this what you're doing? Or can you explain that to me? Because sometimes people don't know. And so don't assume that people are coming at you from a bad point of view. To them, it may have been an amazing product, but they should be open to you asking them questions and being critical of it. What I'm going to go ahead and do is I am going to share some links to some of the products that I share with people. They're not miracle products. They do work within a specific health frame and for health reasons. But if you already know what your reasons are, if you already know the answers to these questions and you already know what you're looking for, then maybe you can find someone there and help me out, because then, it's an affiliate link. But thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you liked it. If you found it helpful, please share it, like it, comment on it, tag people, and make sure to subscribe. Alright guys, thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful, blessed day. Goodbye.